Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's edition of Illogically Speaking. I am your host, the Logical Lady, Jossie, with my co-host, Big G there. What's up, sir?
What's happening? What's happening?
And I have a special guest this week. There we go. Indy Remy is here with us this week. How are you, Miss Lady?
Hi, how are you? How are you doing?
Great, great, great. We have an awesome show today. We're going to talk about social media and social media presence, and we figure we might as well get someone with a huge social media presence and a mouth almost as big as Vic's. So, whoa, pause.
Yeah, please, Paul.
Pause. No, this is big. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What you do? What's your point of view? How'd you get here? All that good stuff.
Well, I'm originally from Baltimore. I now reside here in LA. Crazy thing about it is that I've been in the hair industry for a long time. So transitioning, yes, I've been a hairstylist for about 15 years. Wow. And I worked in the salon. I owned the salon, and then I also worked in the barbershop for 7 of those years. So a lot of my platform and a lot of my material really came from me being a therapist through the hair industry for so long, having access to the barbershop and all the things that the fellas do in there for the last 7 years. And so I used to always, in our downtime, kick it and hang out and give advice. So the comedy was always there. My brother was a stand-up comedian. He'd been to the Apollo. I was his biggest fan. We used to go over material, from a very young age, like at least about 13 years old, not 17, 13 years old. And I followed the comedy circuit with him in New York and going different places and locally in Baltimore. And just comedy has always been a part of my life. And so eventually, when I was in the hair industry, I started to do freelance work, and people just kept telling me, "You missing your calling. You missing your calling, girl." And then I was like, really? I always looked at it as just being, just kicking it and having a good time. But then I was like, when I went through a period of depression, after my mom died, my mom passed away in 2013, and then my fiance passed away in 2016. Wow. And during that transition, both of them abruptly. It wasn't like it was planned, but during that time, I had to find my center again. And what made me always complete was comedy. So I was like, you know what? Let me just give it a shot. So someone challenged me on Facebook, because I used to be in the groups cutting it up on Facebook, cutting it up, okay, cutting the fuck up. And someone challenged me. They was like, you know what? Instead of you doing that shit for free, why don't you get on stage and do that? And I did. I went on and followed through. You give me a challenge, I'm gonna beat you to it, okay? Right. So this guy, he put together a show, and it was a success. And when I got on stage, I felt comfortable. I felt like that's where I belonged. It was no fright there. And by the way, when I do comedy, I freestyle. I never.
Wow.
Oh, that's tough. Wow.
So let me know that was something like anybody who watches the show, they're not going to get the same thing from the last show, the same material, same run. It's what I'm feeling in that moment is what you're going to get. And so I always
that
was what it was. Yep. So that's a little bit of background about.
Well, I know you before the comedy from these videos that you make on social media, and they get a lot of attention. I'm sure that you get both sides of it. You get the negative and the positive.
Absolutely.
When you first went viral, per se, I don't even know what the number is for viral now, but when you first went viral, were you did you wait? Were you going through it? Did you wake up and see it? Like, how was it? How did you find out?
I think it's just like everybody who went viral, it's like you don't even expect it. So let me just give you a brief synopsis of what happened. So I had posted that coochie pussy video to my Facebook story. It was to my story, okay?
I saw it.
And a guy went into my inbox and was just like, let me have that video because that shit was real. It was funny. And I sent it to him. But then on my Instagram, I was neglecting my Instagram because I really was staying focused on my Facebook at that time.
Right.
And I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and just post this on my Instagram. It was a Saturday. I posted it on my Instagram. I hung out with my daughter, did some things with her, put my phone down, but I noticed my phone kept jumping. I mean, every notification, and I still didn't pay any attention until 9 o'clock that night when I finally opened up my phone. I seen all of these messages, all of these DMs. People would listen. I accidentally had my personal telephone number on my Instagram.
Ooh.
Oh, you know those days, yeah.
People was calling me from all over the country. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then finally, one of my homeboys from Baltimore, he was like, yo, I seen you on Cleon the Comedian's page. So I was like, Cleon the Comedian. So I went to his page. Then from there, it went from his page to celebrities' pages.
Yeah.
I mean, it went to Nigeria, to the Shade Room in Nigeria. It went to the UK. By 24 hours out, I've been on World Star, YouTube. I mean, it was everywhere. And I was like, what in the hell?
Your little video made it here.
Let me tell you, that type of shit, like, I literally did that effortlessly, that video. And that had let me know that I was like, damn, okay, if that was, I literally was just working out and I just started talking shit. And I was like, damn, okay, all right, well, shit, if they want to see this, I'm going to give it to them,
So there you have a following. They know who you are. They don't have to go to somebody else's page. They come to your page for it. Do people notice you like in real life, out and about, off of social media? Like they come up to you and say, hey,
now, especially when I'm here in LA.
Oh gosh.
I traveled to Chicago and I was downtown Chicago and it was like 5 guys that saw me. A lot of brothers see me. And they were like, as soon as they see this pump, see, this is the staple. As soon as they see this bun and that phone in my hand, they was like, oh, that's the pussy coochie woman.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. So does it get awkward when you with your kids, or if you with someone else, like does it get awkward like for you a little bit when people just approaching you and interrupting your day?
Okay, so most recently I was in the grocery store with a friend for the holidays, helping them pick out some stuff for Thanksgiving for dinner. And I get out the car and this Bentley pull up. And I was like, oh, okay, must be some that. Roll the window down, and it was 4 females in there, and they like, you that indie Remy comedy girl, like we know. Wow. And I was like, wait a minute, but who are you?
Do I know y'all? Do we have a problem?
Yeah, so it's kind of awkward. But then my friend was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody know who you are now. Like that's I was like, but you know, I'm humble. I always speak, I say hi, you know, I always appreciate the love, most definitely.
Always. Oh my gosh. I can only imagine being out. Someone's like, hey, aren't you that girl? Oh no. So is what we see online what we get in real life? Are you the same person? Do you find that you have to change it up a little bit do you up it some for social media presence, or is what they see what they get in real life? If I come up to you in real life, am I going to get the coochie girl lady like in real life?
Yeah, no. Okay, so I'm a woman who wears many hats. Okay, so you know, I'm a mom. I've been a wife. You know, I'm a sister. I'm a cousin. So you know, we all we have a job. We all have our downtime. We separate from our job for that moment. Like you know, there's times when you know I want to just have a normal day, have a normal conversation. But, you know, when I'm around family and friends, I've always been the entertainment for everybody. So it's like people wait for me to show up because it's like, oh, the party's about to get started. Indeed. And I do like to have a good time. When I'm around certain like young minds, I watch my mouth, I watch my tone, I watch my dialect. Of course I do. But when I'm kicking it with grown folks, yeah, you know, I say and do what grown folks do. So it depends on my environment. Where I'm at is what you're going to get. But it's definitely
it's
in me.
still you. It's all you. You have just different sides that you can show at different times.
Absolutely.
I get the God thing. Guys always want me to be like, just be funny. And I'm like, I can't do that right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they see
not every day is a joke. Not every day is a joke. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just like people have to understand that sometimes people who are comedians or people, we like for someone to make us laugh too. You know, we like a day where we can have our downtime and something like entertain me sometimes, you know? So it goes both ways.
Do you feel you have a responsibility, I guess, now that you're bigger, to be I guess politically correct at all, or you know, just kind of tone your opinion down on certain topics just because you've reached a certain level of popularity or fame? Is it harder for you to say certain things, or you have to watch what you say a little bit more?
You know, at times when I might think of a topic, I might think like, well, you know what? Would this hurt my career if I say this? You know how some subjects are very touchy. You know, when we talk about the LGBTQ, when we talk about, you know, those other things, you know, even you know, politics, you know, a lot of those things is touchy. But I always go back to what everybody tells me. The common denominator, they say that do not change the narrative. People tell me, what you have is flaws. Don't change it. Don't switch it up. So when I think about that, then I go back to, no, I got to keep it real. I got to stay 100, because at the end of the day, if I change that, then I'm really changing me, you know? And it might cast me out of certain platforms, because some people might say I'm a little too raw. I'm a little too real. I'm a little too ratchet. I'm a little too much. Yeah. But then again, it have opened up doors too. So I look at it opened up more doors than it has closed. And I've had friends to tell me that some of the things that I say is too much. This is before I went viral. They was like, listen, you gotta tone it down. You can't curse, you know, because people are not going to be receptive. And then when I went viral, I was like, you know what? I'm glad I didn't listen. I'm glad I didn't listen.
Right.
Gave them the big old fuck you.
People understand authenticity.
They're the very ones now to tell me they're proud of me. I'm like, no, nigga, you told me to tone it down. What the fuck you talking about?
Man, because people love authenticity. People love authentic shit, man. People don't want that watered down fake shit. Once we see it's fake, we stop fucking with it, man. We want everything to be how it was when we met it. So
that's right.
That's right.
He came up. He got too big, or he all bougie now. And no, I'm cool on that. But then again, you can't please everyone. So at some point,
you can't. Yeah, it's not for everybody. You know, you think about it. You know, certain foods is not for everybody. So I look at it like, you know, either you're going to eat at my table, or you're going to choose to eat somewhere else, and that's fine. You know, and I'm open to all opinions.
Yeah, but it's just. Everybody, you always gonna have your core following. You always gonna have the core people who fuck with you. At the end of the day, them people gonna stay. Them first 1,500 people that fuck with you, man, gonna always fuck with you no matter what, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So you always gonna have those, man.
Yeah.
Well, I love this dynamic because I think both of you guys, just for me, I just get to watch you guys just be you, and you don't give a fuck who likes it and who doesn't. Like, it's like I've heard Vic say some off the wall shit, and I know he could not give two fucks about who cared, like who liked it or not. Like, I remember Vic probably doesn't even know. I still have a video saved that he made probably almost 2 years ago. It's like a 90-minute. It's a I still watch it every now and again. It's a 90-minute rant, though, right? And he doesn't know this, but I was so like, because I knew that everyone was going to hate him for this video. Like, I was like, does he know what he created? But I love it. Like, I was just like, but he's right though. And if people took the messenger out of so many things, the message that they get from it is so much better than what they're turning away. And I love that about both of you guys. You gonna say it.
Oh, thank you so much.
and it's just like, that's what I needed to hear right now. Somebody said it. I'm happy for the people that say it. I live for the people that say it, that say those things that everyone else says. Yeah. We get enough of the spoon-fed bullshit every day. We get enough of the so-called, we'll get into it, the panderers and everything like that. That's just going to tell you what you want to hear for whatever reason and for their personal gain. And it has no value to you for real. But you guys tell us some things, and again, at some point, people will come around and they'll listen because they're going to wonder why everyone else is into it. Like, it can't be all bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
At some point, step back and say, okay, why is everybody listening to her? Why does she have this amount of followers? Or why are these people listening to him? Because obviously there's something.
It's something there.
Yeah, it's something real. It has to be something.
And you know, to be honest with you, it's like, you know, we have to pay attention. You look at TV now. They name everything reality, and it's so scripted, and it's not.
Oof.
Everything got the title of reality, and I tell people, I tell my children that you got to pay attention to what titles are these days, because when you look at TV and they say reality TV, and then you realize this is not reality, this is the scripted, it's bullshit, it's ratings. You know, it's all about trying to draw people in. Then you start to become accustomed to the fake shit being called reality. So I look at it like I need to change the narrative. It's no way in the world that you're going to sit here and tell me that, you know, everybody's doing the same shit on social media. I'm like, you know, you see the same shit, the same stuff over and over and over again. It's like, you know, you gotta switch it up. You gotta. I know I'm old school. I mean, I'm a 70s baby. So we know what real look like, okay?
Listen,
real
it don't look like no broad throwing no drinks in my face every 5 minutes, and we just gonna sit there and kiki it up the next week.
Man.
No, it's your life. That's not
we have seen the 80s and the 90s, man. I don't know if motherfuckers understand what that actually means, but we've seen the 80s and the 90s, man.
What crack? What? The crack epidemic? What? Drugs. Gangster rap, like my reality is nothing like this TV reality that's out here. That is nothing.
This is bullshit.
And I think that's what people want life to be. Like you said, it's we want the so-called reality to be reality, where it's just not realistic. It's crazy.
It's not real.
That's what happens when you get these relationships then that want to be TV relationships. You want to have $1 million wedding, and you want to have this man that looks like a model, and a woman that has 6 kids and has a 6-pack, and she makes cookies every Tuesday, and that's not real. And
it's not realistic, you know. It's not realistic.
Then you get
because everybody wanna live their life like they got a camera following them. Everybody want to live their life like and it's crazy because when you tell them that, you like, man, you actually think a camera crew is following you right now, and they giggle and laugh the shit off. I'm like, no, that's real though. Like, and that's what it's turned into. Everything got to be an event now. Everybody wants to live every moment. Just going to get coffee got to be an event now. You know what I'm saying?
It does. It's serious.
It's a whole production.
It is though. No, I have friends that when they take pictures,
they don't even want to go out and eat. They don't even want to go out and eat and enjoy a meal without a motherfucking production. I swear, I'm like, God damn, nigga, all it is motherfucking just a steak and some motherfucking shrimp. Are you for real?
They need lighting. It's crazy. And then you have people giving advice on these fake relationships, and it's just turned into a thing and a whole. It's easy to become. I know, and I know I don't want to say the word easy, but anyone can become can go viral nowadays. Like I said, you have a kid rating toys. What was he, the highest paid YouTuber? Yeah. Some kid rating toys. So that lets you know right there. Listen, anything's possible. You can get paid doing pretty much possible, and you can be famous from doing anything. And some people definitely capitalize off that in a negative way. You know what I mean? You kind of just for whatever reason, you just do. I've seen people like degrade themselves, like seriously, like just the weird looking guy that want to make videos in Pampers and shit like that. Like, come on, is it really worth your family though? Not even just you're a grown ass man in your 30s eating dog food out of a bowl and a Pamper just to get 1 million people to look at you, just like to
get views and likes and comments, and that's just ridiculous.
That don't work.
That's ridiculous to me. It's a lot of staged shit.
A lot
of staged shit. And that's the part that I look at when I scroll up. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Really, I wasn't a social media person. Like, you know, as far as like I would post, but then I would get off because I looked at when I see people doing a lot of stage shit. I was like, man, that's not even real shit. And I would look at the views and look at the comments, and people find that shit to be hilarious. I'm like, this bullshit.
Somebody gonna get killed. Somebody gonna die messing around trying this shit.
Yeah.
I had the one where the guy found out on the girl's birthday that his baby wasn't his, and I'm like, wait, when is this getting on camera? When is this getting on camera though? Because listen, the guys that I know,
camera, yo.
The last thing they're gonna do is pull their camera out for when
Right.
they found out
evidence
that was about to happen. So it's so how do you handle the negative stuff, like people really saying that you're too much or you're doing this for whatever reason, or trolls or whomever?
I have been really blessed in this fashion. People do not come to my inbox and bring
let's not.
They do not. However, when people repost me to their platform, the comments is crazy.
Yeah.
And the first thing that they say is, sis, if you desperate to get a man, if you trying to do the pick me shit, just say so. Because whenever I do a video and I address women on their bullshit, the first thing females attack is, you must be that pick me bitch, Or
it'll be easier.
Trying to look for a man.
It'll be easier for me to show my titties than my opinion. Like if I really wanted to get a man, like I could literally just post my little cleavage up.
This is what I'm trying to say.
Why would I show my opinion? It's not the
right.
The last thing is gonna catch the dude that I'm trying to get right now. You know what I mean?
This is where we have now, migrated to as I guess in society is when we talk about accountability. The first thing that when we address men, if a man is too emotional or if a man shows his emotion towards a female, or if he loves his family, or he's open to saying that he do, he must be a simp, or he must be, a bitch ass nigga, but same thing with a female. If she address other females about their shit, it's the pick me shit. But when are we going to talk about accountability? Because at the end of the day, if I'm doing some fucked up shit, and I have done fucked up shit, people don't even know that I've been in my teens. I've been in my 20s. I've been in my 30s. So some of the advice that I'm giving is coming from a place where I'm teaching you because I've been through that same bullshit. So those are the things that, when I get negative comments. Well, I'm gonna just say this. I've had when another video that I did when I addressed females about child support. That video.
Yeah, that was on the face.
Yes. And I had so many women that came into my inbox. Now, some of the women were saying that they felt convicted in that moment, that they was that female that I was describing. And they was like, you know what? I have to do better. And I'm going to do better because you was right. Then some females was like, you don't understand, he did me like this, he did me like that. And I said, sweetheart, you keep saying he did you. When are you going to include your child? So that lets me know that this is in the moment you being just selfish. And if you're being selfish in that moment, then you're not thinking about your child. Then that makes you more of an unfit parent than he is.
Ooh, child, listen, I have to fall back in a lot of conversations about, parents and child support because I don't have kids. But what I tell people is, I had 22 nieces and nephews, okay?
You're good.
I don't need to own a fish to know that certain things, they need water. I'm not going to get into the relationship side of it, but if something looks like it makes sense, I'm going to say it makes sense to me.
Yes.
And I think that's what a lot of people just have a problem with. It's like logic. It literally 1 + 1 is telling you it's 2 right here. And they can't say, well, I only had 0.5 because he didn't get, all right, that's not what I'm sitting here talking about. And then sometimes you have to be able to just take yourself out of the situation for it to even begin to make sense. Some people are so feeling attacked, they can't take their own accountability because off the break, they just felt attacked. And sometimes just sit back and listen to the message and then put yourself into that situation. And then maybe you can understand it a little better. Vic, I see you over there moving around.
Cause man,
we know that child support is you, right?
No, because what it's been weaponized. That's why. It's like it's been used now to say you hurt my fucking feelings and I'm finna make you pay for hurting my feelings. You broke my heart and it's a price to pay for breaking my heart.
Yeah.
That's what child support is being used for. It's not being used for fathers who are really not in their kids' lives.
Yeah.
It's really not. It's really not. Because when you can't tell me that all these men out here feeling this way across the country from different environments, different landscapes, all of this shit here, and all of us just lying.
No, they're not.
All of us just deadbeats.
Yep. Nope, it's not. And you know what? A lot is even to piggyback off of what you just said, Vic. A lot of fathers are not only paying child support, but then you're talking about these fathers who are actively paying child support and still do not have access to their children, still have problems with visitation. Still, every time days that they supposed to see the kid is always an issue. That keeping the kid, keeping the kid against their father. All of these things that women do, and when I addressed that, all females got in my ass, like, as if like all of a sudden now I'm a nigga.
Yeah.
Because it come down to you broke the sisterhood code. You broke the code. The sisterhood has a code, and when you go against that code, now you're a pick me. Pick me means anything she say going forward is irrelevant. She is not to be trusted with anything else being said going forward until we say so. It's like a punishment of getting put in time out.
Obviously, she wants to be one of them. What? Wait a minute. I want to be a man.
One female said, I'm not about to take advice from a female who sound more masculine than feminine. So I was just like, I'm okay with that. I have a raspy voice. I get it. I'm comfortable in my raspy voice. It makes me unique. That stands out. I'm good with that. But that lets me know that you're that one female that I was talking about, sweetheart.
Hit her right here.
Welcome to the shaming tactics. Whenever you tell a woman something she don't want to hear, oh man, she's finna find something that is wrong with you.
Oh, that's why you ain't got a man yourself. You're gay. That's why your big toe long. That's okay. Gotcha. So, do you find when you do get criticism, do you find most of it is from other women, or is it like a mix, like 50-50 from guys and women? Because I know a lot of your things, you do kind of lean more towards, not the guy side, but you know what I mean, like the guy's point of view, the guy side or whatever. So do you find you get more criticism from women, or is it kind of an equal mix?
At one time I used to get critique from men, or not when I would speak about certain things against women, but these days now I find that I get more critique from the women. And let me just say this, the reason why at times I might come to the defense or aid of men is because I feel like on social media, women got so many avenues and they got so many people advocating for us. We got men advocating for us. We got women advocating for us. Most men that go viral on social media or who give advice, they're always catering to the likeness of us. They're always shaming the guys, telling the fellas what they need to be doing and how to, and give, they got men dressing up as women, putting wigs on, doing this and doing that, to get the likeness and gain the likeness of us. And what I'm saying is that brothers shouldn't have to do that. Brothers shouldn't have to act like a bitch for us to like them. Brothers need to dig in our ass and tell us when we're doing something that we're not supposed to do, and we should be okay with that. But when I notice that when men do shit like that, when they speak out against women, all women come for that ass. They jump all over them. And it shouldn't be that way. So what I said to myself was, you know what? If a brother can't say it, then fuck it, I'ma say it. I'ma do it. And if it means I'm a pick, that's why I become the pick me. Oh, bitch, you going against the female code, the sisterhood code. Well, then guess what? Then I guess I'll have to be that way, because I'm all about growth. I'm all about moving forward. I'm about accountability. I'm about all of that shit, maturing and all that, leveling up. And I can't be stuck in my old ways and thinking I'm growing. No, we not gonna do that here. So yeah, I get more critique and more criticism, definitely from women. I'm okay with that. The hate, the shame comes, but I'm okay with that.
I've been there. You be all right. You're gonna live another day and talk more shit the next one.
The they need women out here to really tell the truth about what's going on, you know? Yeah.
As there is certain things, I guess that's it's supposed to be unspoken, and when we do, that's when it's like, oh shit.
Because she verifying what we were saying all along.
Mm-hmm.
And when a woman verifies what we're saying, it makes us not seem crazy no more. It makes us not seem like that guy no more. Oh, here goes that guy. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men scared to say it. A lot of men scared to say half the shit I say sometimes, man. They scared to, man, I don't need that. I don't need that pressure. You know what I'm saying? I got an old lady. What's going to happen to me? Nothing.
Let's be clear, vagina has power. A lot of guys are on social media trying to get vagina, and they
I'm 40.
I mean, I know that's not what you want, but it's a lot of guys
40,
scared their little pussy count gonna go down if they say certain things about women, and
yeah.
But the amazing thing is, if I can tell you the honest to God truth, it don't.
It doesn't. It go up.
It don't.
You know how many women want to change your mind, Vic?
It don't. Because now they want to know if he really like that. This is what I found out. When you say the truth about women, they want to know, one, how you know this shit? Two, do you really believe this shit? And the only way they'll know is to get up under you. So I know what the game is. I know it. I done seen it happen before. Now you want to get up, you want to know this shit now. Because men don't speak their mind like that. Women, you got to understand, like I tell her, we are a matriarchal gynocracy. Women in the Black community are held to a high standard where they used to be. Let me put it like that. In the community, it was nobody in our community bigger than Big Mama. So you cannot sit here and tell Black men that we don't protect Black women. That is a farce. So what they do is anybody who speak out against their bullshit, you're not protecting Black women. God damn. You know what I'm saying? They use those kind of tactics, man. So when we hear women come to our aid and be like, nah, y'all on that bullshit, boy, we be like, oh, thank you. Thank you. We know we wasn't tripping.
Right.
So what's the difference then in a typical pick-me and a panderer? Like, I don't even want to say his name, but you all know the very famous one on social media.
Darth Cynthius. That's his new name for me. Darth Cynthius, man. Shout out, man. Shout out to them boys, man, who gave him that name, Darth Cynthius, man.
Yes, what's the difference though? Like, where is the line? Because he's apparently saying things for women that women can't say or haven't been saying for themselves. He's giving it the male back, the male, hey, I understand, sister. So what's the difference in him doing that than a sister's basically saying, I got the brothers back, I understand what they're saying?
Because I believe that I think when you're talking about the pick-me's and the panderers, I think you have to move it around. You have to be able to address everything around the board. If he was able to say, listen, let me address the ladies on some things and they need to clean up, along with let me address the fellas on some things, then it can be a little bit more relatable. And that's exactly what I do. Even though I still cater to the fellas, I still attack and address some things that fellas need to clean up. So as far as with the pick-me's, I believe that with him, he more so focused on the women, and somebody camera went off. Okay.
That's me. That's on me. That's on me.
He don't change it up. And I think at the end of the day, he looked like he just trying to get some pussy. It's something about his video that just his videos or his point of view is just a nigga who really just trying to get fucking laid. I don't know, even if he got a wife or a girlfriend or something, he just look like he's just looking for bitches to be in his motherfucking inbox. I'm for real. You can just tell a person's point of view, huh?
No, go ahead, finish. My bad.
Okay, he seemed like the type, that literally is just trying to get a fuck or trying to get an angle or gain an angle. And when I watched these videos, I kept turning that shit off. I can't watch it. I can't watch him.
And fellas.
He's not even the guy that I would even hang out with. He's not that relatable nigga. He probably was one of them dudes that niggas nobody ain't fuck with to begin with. You understand what I'm saying? So I think he got it.
This nigga used to tell on his brother.
Clearly.
He the type of nigga tell on his brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, because man, he say bullshit just to appease an emotion. when you can look at a situation and see that if it ain't no right or wrong, or if the other side wrong, you find something wrong with the injured party. Something wrong with you, bro. Something wrong with you, man. Like, you got to be pandering.
And to be honest with you,
don't do that.
Insecure women like niggas like him.
Oh, he's definitely that girlfriend that you call.
That I know, they always follow him because he builds up their security. So instead of focusing on what they really need to focus on, their core, and really get, like, you know, most insecure women stay locked and loaded on his ass. He's like that stripper who danced for fat women.
For fat bitches, excuse me. Oh my gosh.
Oh shit.
No, he is. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's definitely that guy. He seems to be saying everything. You know that one girl, so you got two sets of girlfriends. When you're going through some shit with your guy, you call that one when you want her to just stroke your ego and, girl, he ain't shit. And, girl, let's ride. Da, da, da. And then you had that one that's going to say, well, girl, you know, you probably said this. He's that one that you call when you just want your little ego stroke. He's not going to tell you how it is. He's that friend that's just going to tell you what you want to hear at the moment. And for you. I watched the video this morning. He literally, it was about the girl's new man moving on and doing better without her. And instead of him even addressing why this woman is still following her ex, he goes into all the reasons why the guy is probably doing these things. He even went so far as to say, because he wants to make you jealous. So this man became a whole better man for his new girlfriend, doing all this great shit just to make you jealous. Like,
just to make you jealous. And then that lets you know, like, what kind of bitch nigga is that?
Hello.
He feeds into their narcissism.
Yes, he does.
He feeds into their narcissism. He makes you think that this man is always thinking about you.
When he's not.
When the cold hard truth is that you need to come to in order to grow as a woman is the fact that he's not thinking about you.
There you go.
That will help you grow, but he's
thinking about you. What if he's happy that you moved the fuck on?
Police. Police.
What if that woman he's with right now is actually better than you?
Yes.
Now that's the hard fucking shit you got to face in your core that you trying to escape right there. Yes. And he let them get away with the fact that you can't look in the mirror and say, you know what? Maybe I'm to blame. Even if he did the most stupidest shit that broke y'all up, I'm to blame for even fucking with that person. That is the hardest shit I have found, that women cannot accept that down. I'm to blame for even fucking with you. And that's what I try to teach my daughter. Man, don't never think something like somebody else's fault. Wherever you at, your feet got you there. That is a saying, man. Telling y'all, wherever you at, your feet got you there. If you, whatever situation you in, you got yourself there. I don't give a fuck how fucked up it is.
Yeah.
And that's something that nobody can accept. And when I hear people not accept and say that was my fault, that shit like you narcissist motherfucker.
And that's why we talk about accountability. Because that's exactly what it is. If I'm putting myself in a situation, I accept responsibility. Nobody put me there. No one placed me there. Whatever it is, and that's about what we need to get back to. But see, he feeds into that bitch who don't want to accept accountability. That bitch that want to stay stuck exactly where she's at. That whatever she's doing or whatever she has done, she was right for what she was doing. He was the wrong nigga. It was always about him. Oh, okay, come on now. No, we're not going for this. We're not going for that narrative. You're right. No, fuck him. Fuck him and the shit that he say.
Man, I ask women a simple question. I ask dudes this too, dog. How many relationships you been in? How many of them worked out? What's the common denominator? You. It don't matter man or women. You been in all the motherfuckers that failed. So now it ain't something wrong with them. It's something, even if there's something wrong with them. You keep choosing the motherfuckers.
For picking them, for fucking with them.
What is wrong, man? Like,
it's wrong with you for fucking with them.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you get a fucked up job, you don't walk in that job and just be like, this is a fucked up job and this job should change. You know what you say? Boy, why the fuck did I choose to work here? I got to find another job.
You chose to wake up and go to this bitch.
Yeah, man. People have no accountability, man.
That's the only job some of us can get, goddamn it. I'm taking this 10.50 an hour, 32 hours a week right now because that's all I can take. But I'm making myself better. Okay. Shit. God damn it.
Hey man.
No, I think seriously, like a lot of people, since we do have insight now into so many other people's lives, like you could just look at social media and see all these so-called perfect lives because you can make your life what you want it to be on social media. And they really want to be that and have those perfect lives themselves. So nobody is just, they just listen to whatever they can to get to this perfect life that they see everyone else supposedly have. Where 9 times out of 10, most people on social media are fucked up. Like they ain't got the money that they say they have. They don't. Their life isn't as happy. Their kids ain't as cute. Their husband ain't as sweet. Their wife don't cook as well as she do. None of that shit. But we don't see that part. We only see the Christmas pictures where everybody got on the same PJs and the kids. Yeah,
it's the highlights. I said it in my stories one time before that, you know, social media, we had to look at social media like as if, you know, when you go to the movie theater and you know how they run the trailer, the show, they try to draw you in, actually to go see that movie. You like, oh damn, yeah, that look interesting. I want to go watch it. That's exactly what social media is everybody's motherfucking highlights. So that's why I don't feed into that shit. I always, just like when I come on social media, you know, I keep it real with even the plain face. You know, I don't do the, you know, I can do the dress up makeup, but I don't. You know, I come as I am because I feel like, how can I talk about being real and everything about me I'm putting on is fake? You know, I keep the real body, I keep the real, you know, I keep the shit looking real because I'm a spit real, I'm gonna be real all the way around. So yeah, it's nothing but the fake shit. We gotta change that. We gotta change. I get tired.
It's so much fake out there though that's what people chase and that's what they're into and that's what they want. It's almost like, well, damn, do you really want the real me? I had a guy literally trying to holler at me and he's talking about me about some shit that I post in social media a lot and I'm like, that's not really who I am. That's not what I like. Well, he just kept drilling this one thing in and I'm like, nah, I'm cool on that. That's just kind of a joke. That's not it. And he's like, well, and he's still doing this and I'm like, oh yeah, this social media shit ain't for me. This social media dating shit is not for me. I need to find the nigga that don't even know what a tweet is. I don't know where he is, but I need to find that guy because these social media niggas, they just want to learn and work on for shit. Like, I was like, okay, it's not for me. I'm cool.
Yeah, man. Because it can turn people into weirdos, man.
Total weirdos. Like, this shit is weird. It's mad weird.
They don't know. You got people who don't know how to let shit go.
No, they don't. They
don't. You know what I'm saying? You apply to a comment with some, they want to go for like sometimes. Even me, I fall victim to the long reply. Motherfucker, you gonna hear me? And you gotta control yourself sometimes. You gotta be like, you know what, not today. Just not today. I ain't in the mood today. And you got people like that, man. Social media just become a place where people can give their real opinions at. You know, but ain't gotta really stand on them. They can just give a on the fly opinion and ain't gotta stand on it.
And back the fuck away and never have to explain it or have to live in it or nothing.
And you know another thing that people do now, they always use blessing as something materialistic. You know, that the reason to brag or like just say you want to brag or you want to be boastful in this moment. If you obtained a new house, if you obtained a new car, or whatever the fuck it might be, just say, you know what, I'm on my bragging shit right now. But everybody automatically assume that, oh, well, they always say, oh, you know, I've been blessed. But they really using that as a way to really brag.
To be braggadocious about it.
You know? Like, people can't do normal shit anymore. That's the thing about it. Like, can we get back to just talking about real shit, doing normal shit, being our normal selves? You know, even down to the you know, the bodies, you know, all the women with all of the fake parts, the same, you know, hourglass figure, the same, the butt implants, the cheek, and the, you know, the weed. Like, everybody's in the same motherfucking costume. You know, it makes me want to, for real, it makes me want to just go chop my shit off just to look different. I'm not looking like these bitches. I'm like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? I came with the real shit, and these bitches looking like me. And I'm been working out, doing my shit. I'm gonna lay around this bitch. That's what I'm trying to, you know, gotta get back to the real shit. And if it means being different, if it means, you know, being my authentic self in that moment, then I'm gonna do it. If it means being chastised, I'll do it. I'm okay with being critiqued too. I'm okay with that. And I'm not trying to say that I'm not open to another person's opinion, because I'm definitely open to other people's opinion. But I just think we got so far off of what is really reality and what is not. I'm for real.
Has the backlash ever gotten so bad where you had to like step back and be like, what the fuck? Like, did it like hit you a little? Has it ever hit you a little hard before? Like, where someone said something where you like, wait, that hurt a little deep.
People throw shade, but it's always was in these. When I was in these Facebook groups, I actually had guys and females that was throw shade. Say certain little slick things. I had a guy actually go into my inbox, and this motherfucker told me that I wasn't shit, wasn't gonna be shit, never was shit, all this shit. I mean, he told me everything, all this, because I had made a comment, and a lot of people had agreed to what I had said, and it went against whatever he believed, and maybe he had a huge voice or platform in that specific group. And when I came in and said, okay, well, this is my opinion. He didn't have to agree. Nobody had to agree. I just gave my opinion. But people agreed because I said something that everybody else was thinking that wouldn't say or wouldn't speak out against when it's pertaining to him. And he slid into my inbox and gave me a whole motherfucking drop list. But what I said to myself was, you got a whole bitch laying next to you. And you want to sit here and send me more words than you can say to your fucking woman at home? Like, those are the type of things. I laugh at type of shit like that, to be honest with you. But I've gotten backlash, but the worst backlash I've had, really, what I received was from dudes, like the worst. Females don't go there with me. They'll say a little bit, but they won't say a lot.
I don't go there with females because it usually turns into something way bigger than what it has to be. And I'm not trying to end up meeting somebody's daughter on the corner over a Facebook post. You know what I mean? Those are the ones that end up going there the hardest. But guys, they definitely cut a little different sometimes with their, I guess, criticism. It's like, oh, wait.
Men have a need to be right. Like this, men have a need to have this factual right.
Men go hard with me. Even in my real life. In my real life, men go hard with me, and I think it's because of this, because I'm an aggressive woman. I have a strong personality. My voice, it commands attention. So at times when I'm in real life, when people meet up with me, it's like sometimes I think guys want to fight me.
Yeah,
nigga want to square up with me.
Bruh, word. All right, then. And listen, first of all, you ain't doing shit right unless you have somebody want to fight you at least once or twice. You know what I'm saying? If they don't want to fight you, you ain't talking no good shit.
Right.
Real talk, though.
I ain't hit you hard yet. I've been saying this shit.
I saw another review, and it touched on something that we try to keep. We don't really have our opinions on too much in the masses. And it was the one, it was talking about, the homosexuality and Black moms and everything. And that's one that a lot of people, and especially women, won't touch just because, where we are today. First of all, you say the word homosexual and your whole life can be just done nowadays just for using the word. And did you just make that, when you made that video, did you think about it before you put it out there, or were you just like, fuck it, this is how I feel, I'm gonna say what I feel and it needs to be said?
So I had watched that Tank the singer. I had watched that interview, and it just bothered me what he had said. And I was just like, he wouldn't have said that shit if he was on a panel with men. It's just certain things that now guys are becoming accustomed to saying around a group of women, and women are making it okay. Then I just, that's why I don't watch those reality TV shows, is because I get tired of seeing men in this feminine form and it's being accepted. Just like these guys dressing up on social media, putting wigs and lipstick and all of this bullshit on. And women are in the comments applauding this shit. They're accepting this shit. So when I look at homosexuality, to each its own. Let me just say that first. To each its own. But I don't hang around feminine men. I don't have gay friend. I don't have a gay male that's in my entourage. I don't go to gay pride parades. And I have people in my family that are gay or that are bisexual. To each his own. But how I stand on it is I want to be around a masculine man.
Listen.
I don't want a man around me. First of all, I just feel like that the gay man puts a false image of what femininity is. It's like a flamboyant way of describing. To me, it's an insult. It's
right, because I don't wear lashes and heels all day.
If you think that my femininity is all snaps and circles and twists and all of this shit, hand motions and all of this bullshit, that's not my femininity. That's not what a Black woman represents. So when I see Black women who are around these type of men, first thing I think is these are insecure bitches. They insecure motherfuckers, I'm telling you. They not comfortable in their femininity, so you need a man who's not comfortable in his masculinity. You need him around you to tell you what kind of woman you need to be, or what kind of nigga you need to be looking for in your life. He looking for the same shit you looking for, bitch. He want dick like you want dick.
Indeed.
He's really your competition. And they throw the most motherfucking shade. If you ever been in a room with a bunch of gay men,
they scope every outfit in the room.
They throw the most motherfucking shade ever. They talk about you, your grandma, your dog, your cousin, your auntie, everybody. And then Black women think that motherfucking shit is funny. And you got Black women now who making that face up like they fucking drag queens. The fucking thick ass eyebrows, the eyelashes all the way out here, like they fucking reaching the moon. All of the hair and the wigs and you look like a fucking drag queen.
Oh God.
Like a fucking drag queen. And we taking, and this is what I'm trying to say, you taking notes from a motherfucker who really want to be you, who in private wish he was born you. I can't do it. I can't do it. That to me, so that's why I made the video. I made the video because I feel like it needed to be said. It needed to be said. And I didn't care if I got backlash. I didn't care. As soon as I posted that video on Facebook, that shit jumped from 1 view to 10,000 views in under 20 minutes. Whew. They let me know that shit was hitting. And yes, on that post and on those comments, yeah, them bitches was mad with me. Oh,
of course.
I can imagine. Listen, I was in the background like this. Oh, yay.
Because it's not even that they uncomfortable in their femininity or they want a man that's uncomfortable in his masculinity. They don't respect masculinity.
Yeah.
So they can't be around it. They can't be around a man that they cannot dominate. Them are the women, if you look at those type of women, all of them try to dominate men. Those are the ones who have very little value for masculinity.
Yeah.
So they not
like
fucking
the
with it.
Gabrielle Unions and the Dwayne Wade, she got her, you can't tell me that Gabrielle's not motivating that shit with that little boy. You can't tell me. You cannot tell me she in the house not motivating that bullshit.
Of course.
Because it goes down to this with me. Your sexuality is your sexuality as my child. I ain't got shit to do with that. That's your private parts. But your masculinity, my boy, that's something that we handing down around here. That's something that we passing down from father to son is an expectation of masculinity. I don't give a fuck what you do in your private life. They ain't my business, my dude. Matter of fact, keep it over there. When you come here, we pride ourselves in being men. We handle down the last name that come with this shit. So in that it's a sort of order that we have as these men that we got to conduct ourselves around. And that's what they ain't got no respect for.
They ain't got no respect.
They'll be the same ones who raise their boys to value how they look instead of what they actually have in them. And that's something that some women don't understand. That's where fathers come in. That is that we put something in, we make you show we're going to hold a mirror to your face and say, nah, you do it. And that's the most powerful thing you can give your son. They don't want that shit in their sons.
They don't want that. They don't want that. They don't
want that shit. They don't value that shit, man. And nobody want to say that shit. We want to make it so, motherfucker, I see what y'all doing. I see how y'all devalue masculinity to the point that your son beat down. Don't be the women beating down the boys.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. That shit way deeper than just you friends with a homosexual, because that shit ain't got nothing to do with it. That ain't got nothing to do with it in the grand scheme of things. It's the fact that masculinity not being displayed and you like being around that. You don't like being around masculinity because masculinity come with order. You can't do what the fuck you want to do around a man. And you don't, and that's why you don't respect it. That's why right now women don't respect masculinity, not because they know it's domineering. Yes, damn right it's domineering. That's what it's supposed to be. That's how order is kept. Otherwise, niggas go look in the projects where ain't no daddies at. These same little niggas that y'all prosecuting and all of that shit, though. Man, these young niggas off the chain, nigga, because we ain't raised them. Men didn't raise them.
That's right.
Okay, man. And that shit come from that right there. That whole little shift right there come from black women no longer respect the masculinity. And this is what you have. Boys who don't want it. Boys who don't want shit to do with being masculine.
And that's why they're removing them out the home. That's why they're removing them out the home.
Man, they don't want masculinity.
They don't want it.
So, and they sell this shit down to their daughters. So now they daughters, 12, 13 years old, talking, man, this shit crazy.
They put the word of the year, toxic, in front of masculinity now. So now anything seen as masculine is coming to a point where it's just toxic masculinity. Anytime a man is being what I feel a man is being a man, is because he's toxic or he's putting some nasty energy into. No, we need that shit. I'm sorry, but yeah, when you put toxic in front of it, it automatically makes it a bad thing. So now any form of masculinity, anything you say that is left for a man to do that a man is supposed to do is now seen as toxic in the environment, and it's you can just see a snowball of how it happens. You can see it when the dads are gone, and then it starts showing in TV shows, and then these entertainers that were usually once this way are now starting to look this way, and then your rappers are turning this way, and it's just one big snowball, and then it's going to be, we don't need men to be men anymore. Just put them all in skirts and call everybody weeple and let's live. And that's what we're headed. I swear it is, but nobody wants to.
And allow him to explore his feminine side. They make excuses for that,
But they don't want that.
Explore his feminine side. He's able to express. He's being expressive. We have gotten so far from Luke, but Vic, you made a very good point in Jocelyn. You said toxic, and you said that they don't honor the masculinity. They don't want it anymore.
They don't want it. Because what for? What for? The state they masculine principle now. The state because that's where they look to for everything to come from. The state. They don't look towards they man no more to do anything. They expect that. But at the end of the day, if you don't have it, it's cool, whatever.
And that's the thing about it is that the black women have bought into the system. And see, they don't know that the system really was derived to get rid of the man, because they knew that society know that if you remove the father, especially the masculine man, out of the home, now you break up the family unit. So the family unit starts with you. And of course, you got the wife in the home and the kids. So once you got a woman who's working 2 jobs, going to school, doing that, the man removed out the home, who's taking care of the child? Who's taking care of the son? Who's making sure that the house is, the order? The whole order is fucked up because we said, you know what, I'd rather take the cash every month. I'd rather go down social service and get the food stamps and get the cash assistance, and I'd rather get the daycare vouchers, and let me just remove the nigga out the house.
Because what they don't understand is that men require peace. And the only way you can get peace is if you have some kind of order in your house. So when you expand that shit out to the community, let's leave the house. Now we got the house established. Guess what men do when they go out into society? They get together and they come amongst each other and they make rules for how this street gonna run, for how this neighborhood gonna run, for how everything in this shit gonna run from now on, according to these things about, okay, how you run your house, Fred? Or I run mine like this. You know what? I do 3 out of 5 of the things you do, so we gonna make sure we do those 3 things. How about you, Tyrone? What you do? Woo, 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 woo. Now we come together and we have rules amongst this whole community now that we govern. They remove that shit. Now look at the Black community.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's no order. Now y'all saying that this is the price to pay for when you take masculinity out of shit. It's order. It's order. That's the shit that's the deep shit about it that y'all just totally miss. You can't go to church on
that also goes back to, you talk about the European society, you know, one of the things is that the Black man has always been looked or been perceived as being aggressive, or looked at being perceived as being like an alpha, you know. And when you remove that alpha out of society, you get these feminine guys that's now being the voice of, or being the model of the family unit. It makes the white man really more. It makes the white man more open to the idea that now he's not a threat to him, because he's comfortable now, because we now have a diluted version of what we used to have of the Black man being a strong Black man. You know, that's that strong masculine that's been removed now. So that's one of the things that bothers me, that we don't have that. Because I grew up with that.
Because we can't. A strong man not gonna sell out. He ain't got no price. He ain't got no price. You understand what I'm saying? But they know with women, I don't care what race you is, women in general have a price. That's the way we've all been socialized. They've always been money keepers, money changers. Look at the movie Fences. What did Denzel do? He came home and gave the check to who? His wife.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So women always have a price. Men ain't got no price. So if we see that something ain't right, we ain't making no deal. Fuck your deal. And we'll die for it and we'll stand on it.
Yeah.
Women, you can negotiate with women. Especially when you dangle out children. We'll take care of the kid. Oh, that's their biggest concern. Oh, you want to make sure the kid's okay? Oh, okay, well then fuck it. He'll be all right. Yeah, man.
Okay, fuck it up.
And that shit been passed, and that's been our philosophy since then. Oh, he'll be all right. Here, man. And they don't understand how isolated you are as a Black man in America. They actually think you somewhere higher than the Black woman on the totem pole. Nigga, no, we ain't. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all can walk in the place with your dreadlocks and higher. Let me walk in with my dreadlock. Like they be surprised when they see my name. And then when I walk in, it's a whole different thing. Whoa, got us. You got us. Good job.
You got us, Victor Gordon.
You got us. Got us.
You got us.
Yeah, read this right. Read this right. You know?
At the very least, women got at their disposal is your sexuality. At the very least, and y'all, and if you a woman who was raised correctly, you know how to leave it out just enough to get what you want. Nigga, I can't do that.
Think in my inbox.
Nigga, I can't bat my eyes at the police and he give me a break. That nigga searching my car. Oh, word. Can you step out the car, Mr. Gordon?
Get out the fucking car. You tweaking your eyes.
Nigga.
There is something wrong with your eyes.
Yeah, man, I can't do none of that. That's what, but I say all of that to say that we need Black women as real allies, not this bullshit allies that they be trying. We speak for y'all and we'll fight for y'all. No, y'all not. Y'all using our dead bodies to prop up y'all agenda.
Ooh, you said that the other day. Yes, sir.
No, you're not doing that. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about saying the reason why we dying in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody want to address that because now we got to go back to what the real issue is. There ain't no men though, and it's because you don't want them now because you can't control this shit deep.
You can't control
that, man. That shit deep.
You can't control them. That's exactly why. You're right. You're right.
Goodness gracious. This has been so good. Andy, you have to come back because we enjoyed you way too much. This was so comfortable. This was so good.
Please.
Yes,
You said a lot of shit. I was just like, you know what? I ain't even got to say it. I was thinking it. I ain't even got to say it no more. Thank you.
Y'all, Andy, give us your IG handle, your Facebook info, and all that stuff so everybody can check you out.
Facebook is Indy Remy, and on Instagram it's Indy Remy _comedy. Yeah.
Got it, because we definitely got to check you out. You definitely
go support her. Please. Please.
Thank you for coming through. Guys, don't forget to check out Soul Food Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and the Second Coming Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and then us next Sunday. And then just follow Indy and have a good time, guys. See you next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.